Chicago traffic is horrible. There's a joke that Chicago is about an hour away from Chicago. And that's not much of an exaggeration. Whenever I get directions to any given place in Chicago, the estimated length is at least 45 minutes. Once it took me an hour and 10 minutes to drive from the Loop to the west side. But that was during rush hour, which should be renamed rush hours, because it took me more than an hour to drive during rush hour. Anyway, there are options for commuters who get stressed out in bumper-to-bumper traffic, like the bus, the Metra, and the elevated train. But a lot of people would rather deal with rush hour than spend time with guys asking for spare change and smoking pot. The L in L train is short for elevated because the tracks are elevated high above street level, so it doesn't interfere with street traffic or endanger pedestrians. The first L train was incepted in 1892. It was a steam engine that ran from 39th Street, which is now Pershing Road, to Congress Street, which is now Ida B. Wells Drive, along Wabash Avenue. It covered about 3.5 miles in about 15 minutes, which was a big deal at the time. In 1893, it was expanded to serve the Columbian Exposition in Jackson Park. In 1895, it was electrified. A financier named Charles Yerkes, who spent about 3 years in a Philadelphia prison for larceny, played a pivotal role in bringing the L to Chicago's downtown. He built the Union Loop in 1897, creating a central hub in the city. But Yerkes was kind of an asshole and was hated by so many people that he eventually moved to New York. The L became public property in 1947, and the Chicago Transit Authority, or CTA, was born. In the 1940s and 50s, the CTA started building subways for the Red Line and the Blue Line. There are currently 8 color lines that go in all kinds of directions. So it's pretty stress-free getting from one place to another. Plus, it's really inexpensive. Currently, it's only $2.50 for a one-way ticket, which is so inexpensive that derelicts can afford to ride on them all day, beg for money, and smoke pot, making the stress-free ride very stressful.